Hello everyone, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into the history of the Eritrean people and the decades of oppression under the leadership of President Isaias Afwerqi. Eritrea is a nation with a proud history of resistance, sacrifice and resilience, but also one that has suffered under one of the most authoritarian regimes in the modern world. Part 1. Early History and Colonization, 042 o'clock. Eritrea's story begins long before modern borders. For centuries, the Red Sea coast was a vital trade route connecting Africa, the Middle East, and Europe. In the 16th century, the Ottoman Empire controlled parts of the region. Later, in 1889, Eritrea became an Italian colony. Italy ruled Eritrea until 1941, when British forces took over during World War II. After the war, the United Nations proposed that Eritrea should federate with Ethiopia under Emperor Haile Selassie. But in 1962, Ethiopia unilaterally annexed Eritrea. This sparked a long and bloody struggle for independence. Part 2. The Liberation War, 2 o'clock 3:20. From 1961 to 1991, Eritreans fought one of the longest wars of liberation in Africa. The Eritrean People's Liberation Front, known as the EPLF, led the struggle. For 30 years, Eritrean fighters endured hunger, airstrikes, and unimaginable hardships. Finally, in 1991, the EPLF defeated Ethiopian forces and entered the capital, Asmara. In 1993, Eritreans voted overwhelmingly, over 99%, for independence. Eritrea became a new African nation, and Isaias Afwerqi, the leader of the EPLF, became its first president. Part 3. Hopes for Freedom, 3/24/20. At independence, there was enormous hope. Eritreans believed they had achieved not only national liberation, but also the promise of democracy, justice, and prosperity. But those hopes were quickly crushed. Instead of building democratic institutions, Isaias consolidated power. The constitution, ratified in 1997, was never implemented. Elections were promised, but never held. Gradually, Eritrea turned into one of the most closed societies in the world. Part 4. The Dictatorship of Isaias Afwerqi, 4:27 o'clock. Under Isaias, Eritrea became a one-party state. The ruling party, the People's Front for Democracy and Justice, controls every aspect of life. No opposition parties are allowed. Independent media was banned in 2001, and dozens of journalists remain imprisoned without trial. Religious freedom is heavily restricted, with only a few state-approved denominations allowed. Many believers have been jailed for practicing their faith. One of the harshest aspects of the regime is indefinite national service. Young men and women are forced into military or state service for years, often decades. What was meant to be 18 months of service has turned into a lifetime sentence for many. This policy has driven hundreds of thousands of Eritreans to flee the country, seeking refuge in Sudan, Ethiopia, Europe, and beyond. The United Nations has compared Eritrea's system to modern-day slavery. Human rights organizations report widespread torture, disappearances, and arbitrary arrests. Critics, including former government officials, have vanished into secret prisons. Part 5. Impact on the people, 7 o'clock 8:30. The consequences of this dictatorship are devastating. Eritrea's economy is weak, with limited opportunities for young people. Families are separated as thousands risk their lives to escape. At sea, in the Sahara, or in refugee camps, Eritreans continue to pay the price of oppression. Inside the country, fear dominates everyday life. There is no freedom of speech, no freedom of assembly, and no free press. Ordinary citizens live in silence under constant government surveillance. Part 6. Eritrea in the world, 8/39/20. Internationally, Eritrea has been called the North Korea of Africa. The country is isolated, with limited foreign investment or cooperation. Despite signing peace agreements with Ethiopia in 2018, little has changed inside Eritrea. The regime continues to hold absolute power, while the people remain voiceless. Conclusion, 9:20-10 o'clock. Eritrea's story is one of resilience and tragedy. The Eritrean people fought bravely for independence, but their victory was stolen by dictatorship. Today, millions of Eritreans continue to dream of freedom, justice, and democracy. As the world watches, their struggle is not forgotten. The question remains, when will Eritrea truly be free? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more history and world politics content.